HP OMEN Gaming Laptop. This product review is Amazon Associate, commissions earned. You find the Amazon link to the product in the video description. If you want to see more reviews like this, remember to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Feel free to like and comment. Overview. A high-end, performance-first 16-inch gaming laptop aimed at power users who want desktop-class CPU horsepower, ample RAM storage headroom, and a fast 144Hz 1610 display. The spec leans workstation meets gamer, great for 1080p/1200p high-refresh gaming, heavy multitasking, and creator workloads, video, 3D, large photo libraries. Key features. CPU. AMD Ryzen 9 8940HX, top-tier mobile HX series. Expect excellent multi-core throughput for compiling, rendering, and streaming while gaming. GPU. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060. Naming suggests a mid-range next-gen part. Real-world performance typically targets high settings, 1080p, 1200p gaming at triple-digit frame rates in esports titles, and solid performance in recent AAA games with DLSS, frame gen when needed. Memory and storage, 64GB DDR5, 4TB PCIe SSD is creator class, instant app switching, huge project files, and room for many games. Display 16-inch, 1920-1200 WUXGA 144Hz 1610 aspect for extra vertical space. Good match for the GPU's sweet spot and for productivity. Build design. Shadow black omens tend to be clean and subdued for a gaming laptop, with practical thermals and a modern port mix. OS. Windows 11 Pro adds BitLocker, remote desktop host, and group policy features, useful if you're working in managed or secure environments. Keyboard backlit, likely per zone, comfortable for long sessions. Performance analysis. CPU. Ryzen 9 8940HX. Strengths: high core count and high boost clocks make it excellent for CPU-bound tasks, compression, software builds, code VMs/containers, After Effects previews, Blender CPU rendering, and streaming with X264. What to expect? Top-tier mobile multi-core scores, snappy general use, and minimal CPU bottlenecking at 1200p/144Hz. GPU. GeForce RTX 5060 class expectations. 1080p 1200p gaming, designed for high settings play at this resolution. Esports titles. Valorant, CS, Fortnite, Rocket League should saturate 144Hz easily. AAA titles. High to ultra settings at native 1920 by 1200 with upscaling, frame gen where available to push above 60 to 100 FPS, depending on the game's demands and ray tracing use. Creators. Strong NVENC for streaming recording, fast GPU acceleration in Adobe Premiere, DaVinci Resolve, and many 3D apps. Thermals. OMEN systems generally balance fan noise and temps reasonably, but sustained turbo may still bring audible fans under heavy gaming render loads, as with any performance laptop. Memory and storage. 64GB DDR5, overkill for most gamers, which is good, no paging, and ideal for Unreal/Unity, large Lightroom catalogs, running multiple VMs, or heavy Chrome IDE use. 4TB PCIe SSD. Very fast level loads and scratch disk space for 4K footage. Look for Gen 4 or better to fully realize sequential speeds. Your spec just says PCIe, but capacity alone is excellent. Display experience. Resolution and refresh. 1920 by 1200 at 144Hz is a smart pairing with a mid-range RTX. Easier to drive than QHD, while still crisp on 16 inches. Aspect ratio 16:10 makes everything feel less cramped than 16:9, handy for timelines, code, and spreadsheets. Color brightness, not specified. For creators, check panel gamut. Aim for near 100% sRGB or better, and brightness, 300 to 400 nits plus. Sync. The spec mentions NVIDIA GeForce, likely GeForce. Variable refresh support. G-Sync Adaptive Sync is common on gaming panels and helps smoothness if present. Battery life. Expectation. With a high-watt HX CPU and discrete GPU, you're looking at several hours of light work browsing. But gaming will require the charger for peak performance. MUX, DGPU off or Advanced Optimus, if equipped, helps on the go. Ease of use. Keyboard and trackpad. OMEN keyboards are typically comfortable with decent travel. Backlighting is practical in low light. Thermal management software. OMEN's control utilities usually offer performance, balanced, quiet modes, and fan control, handy for switching from work to play. Upgradability. Given 64GB/4 TB, it likely has 2 SO-DIMM slots populated and at least 1 or 2 M.2 slots. Future upgrades should be straightforward. Check bottom panel access. Ports and connectivity. Not listed, but expect a modern mix: USB-A, USB-C, HDMI, audio jack, possibly SD reader and Ethernet on some OMEN trims. Wi-Fi 6/6E is common. Wi-Fi 7 appears on some 2025 models. Verify your exact SKU. Value for money. Who gets the most value? Gamers at 1080p, 1200p, 144Hz, who want high settings and smooth competitive play without overspending on a heavier, hotter flagship GPU tier. Creators, power users who truly benefit from 64GB RAM plus 4TB SSD. This is where a big chunk of the cost goes and where you'll feel the difference daily. Where value depends. Panel quality, color, brightness, response times, and whether it includes variable refresh. Cooling design and noise profile under sustained load. Exact GPU power limits for the RTX 5060. These vary by chassis and impact frame rates. Potential over-underspend. If you don't need 64GB/4 TB, a cheaper configuration, 32GB/1 to 2 TB, could offer similar gaming performance for notably less. If you do need the memory/storage, this spec is excellent long-term value due to fewer upgrade hassles. Pros and cons. Pros. Very fast HX series CPU, great for gaming productivity creation. Sensible 144Hz 1610 display for both play and work. Huge head ring, 64GB DDR5 and 4TB SSD. Windows 11 Pro features for security/IT workflows. OMEN software typically offers useful performance modes. Cons. GPU tier is mid-range. QHD 4K Ultra with heavy RT will lean on upscaling frame gen. Likely audible under load. Battery life typical of gaming laptops. 2K 1920x1200 is a marketing shorthand. Technically, WUXGA. Ensure the panel's color, brightness meets your needs. Pricing can climb quickly with 64GB/4 TB. Make sure you'll use that capacity. Who should buy this? Streamers, developers, and creators who need serious CPU muscle and lots of RAM storage, but don't require the very top GPU tier. Competitive gamers targeting high refresh 1080p, 125p with lighter chassis and thermals than max GPU rigs. Students, professionals wanting a powerful, do-everything machine with Windows 11 Pro and a discreet look. Bottom line. This HP OMEN spec is a workhorse meets gamer laptop. Top-tier CPU, abundant memory and storage, and a 144Hz 16:10 panel that matches the GPU's likely sweet spot. If your daily workflow benefits from 64GB, 4 TB, and your gaming target is 1080p, 1200p high refresh, it offers strong, well-rounded performance and long-term headroom. If you don't need the creator-class RAM SSD, consider a lower capacity trim for better price performance without sacrificing gaming FPS. Remember, Click and buy. You find the Amazon link to the product in the video description.